Hey guys, Mike here, and today I will be showing off my Dark Magician Girl deck. You'll see why it's clearly called that after I explain to you the whole thing. So yeah, like I said, I was going to be doing deck profiles on this channel now, and our cool Yu-Gi-Oh things and card game things on here now as well. Since this is a gaming channel, it doesn't mean it has to be only video game commentaries and stuff like that. It can also be card gaming. Anyway, getting on to the point here. This is my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Okay, so let's just start with the low-level monsters. We got Karibo over here. Of course, my Dragoonies. These are really good to have. Oh, friggin' focused. Yeah, these are really good to have. I'll either use this one or this one, it doesn't really matter, because as long as I have one of them on the field, I can just use the effect, basically just bringing one of them onto the field, equipping it to it. You already know the whole deal with that. That's not the big part of my plan. You'll see what the big part of my plan is. May or may not involve her. Okay, now, we got Rottweiler here. He's pretty good for my elemental heroes. And I actually really like his effect. I'll get into, like, why I like his effect soon. You'll clearly see why. This card's really good here. It just allows me to damage my opponent's life points by 600 each standby phase. And, of course, as people try to attack him, I got my backup here, negate attack. Oh, just a way to damage my opponent's life points a little bit more each and every single time. This right here, Wall of Illusion. Yeah, I do have a lot of old cards, some new ones, but mostly old cards in my deck here. I'm not picky, I'll use old and new cards, and, yeah, basically just that. Dark Droid, that's good to have, you know, just lowering one of the opponent's monsters by 800 attack. That allows me to, you know, probably attack with a monster like Blazing Apache, who only has 1850. So that'd be, oh, that is a pretty good card to have, just so I can attack people a little bit more, thus having them lose more life points and stuff like that. Element Saurus. Okay, he is really good to have, because I do have quite a few fire monsters here. If you could see that right there. Basically for every fire monster on the field, which isn't just mine, he will gain, I believe, 500 attack. So that's pretty good to have. Just another one of my backups. I do have, like, cards that I know are part of my full plan, but basically that's just one of my backups right there. Of course, can't go wrong with Sparkman. Yes, I do have his spell card in this deck. It's right over here. He's another good card to have, just in case. Got Clayman, Burstinatrix, of course, Polymerization. Now, I know there's people who defuse them and stuff like that. This is where Rottweiler comes in. You see, once they get defused, I got my Rottweiler right here, use his effect, bring back one elemental hero from the graveyard. Then I can also bring back a Polymerization from the graveyard since it was already used. So basically, he's my backup. Whenever I fail out of fusion, gotta use him. It's just the way to go. Of course, Fire Charmer, you already know what the Charmers do. Just take control of a fire monster. Already showed you Blazing Apache. Woodborg Apache, he's really good for defense. Just in case someone gets rid of my Labyrinth Wall here, which I'm sure you all know what that is. 3000 defense, really awesome card. It's also awesome that's 5 stars, so it just really comes in handy. It just allows me to stall, and you'll see why I stall at times, because I do have a ton of 6 or 7 star monsters, so it just allows me more time to get them out there. Oh, you can't go wrong with this guy right here, Mystical Beast of Circuit. Now I do know that the Temple of Kings, that does go along with him. I do know that this card was banned, but this deck is not tournament official. This deck is pretty much just like what I use for local battles when I'm just battling friends. So it's just stuff like that. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to use Temple of Kings or this card in a real tournament, but oh boy, does this card really screw people up. Let me just focus on that, hold on. Focus, that's the only thing I don't like about this camera. Oh my god, focus. Okay. You know what? Leave it on the floor. There we go. Alright. Every time it destroys a card, basically, it gets removed from play, which is really good. Then, of course, every time it destroys a card, it will also get 500 attack. Now, that is a really awesome effect. I really like using that. Oh, of course, my Rampart Blaster over here for when I fuse these two guys together. But, anyway, that's a really cool effect. I really screw some people over with that card. And I could see why it was banned. Now, I know it was banned, and I am using a banned card, but you know what? I really don't care. Come on. It's just so awesome. Please unban that. It's so awesome. Okay, moving on here to my, dark monsters. A few more of those. Let's see. We got, Legendary Fiend, Summoned Skull, Red Eyes, Black Dragon, Dark Magician. Oh boy, trap cards. Okay. First off though, I want to point something out. My whole Dark Magician Girl thing, you'll see why that is this is a Dark Magician Girl deck. Basically, her effect is she'll gain like 300 attack for every Dark Magician in the graveyard. So basically, I always make sure I bring this card out first before her, and, well, you know, she'll gain 300 attack for him. Of course, I also have this guy right here. She'll also gain 300 attack for him. Just really cool. So she'll have like 2600 attack, I think. Yes, 2600 attack with both of them combined. And then of course, she'll be really overpowered when I use this card right here, which lets her gain 800 more attack. So now you can pretty much see why this is a Dark Magician Girl deck. Honestly, it's really friggin' awesome. When I bring that out and she has all that, like, all those attack points, holy crap, people get scared sometimes. Because the people I normally play, I know, like, some people are going to be laughing at that because, like, people are going to be like, oh, there's way more stronger monsters now. Well, yeah, well, a lot of local battles over here, people play with really weak monsters. So, I don't know, it allows me to take advantage of that very, very well. Of course, if that fails, I got Trap Hole. Oh, this card right here, love this. I gain all the attack point for all the attack points of the monster that killed my monster. I'll gain as life points. Pretty good card. Oh, Mirror Force. I actually used to have two of these in this deck, but I took out the other one because I figured it would be a little too unfair to have two Mirror Forces. Really, really awesome card. This gets a lot of people mad, especially when, like, I like using this though. I don't use this all the time. I'll normally hold back on it. I will only use this card when, like, I'm against people and they're just like, oh yeah, I have these strong cards and I'm getting, like, you know, like, pretty owned at the moment. Use this card, they will get so mad. It is so funny. It gets rid of all their face-up monsters. I'm sure you already know that. Negate attack, I already pointed that out before. Oh, Nightmare Wheel. Okay, I'm really mean when I duel sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Here right now, they take 500 damage to their life points each time after that is removed. Then of course, I'll use this. They damages their life points by 1000. And of course, after that, I'll normally attack their life points directly with Dark Magician Girl. So I'm really mean when it comes to that. It's really good when I'm playing with 2000 life points because I can have a very, very quick match. And, I don't know, just the way the flow of this whole deck, it goes by very fast with quick matches like that. And, of course, Pot of Greed, Pot of Avarice, here we go. Oh, Monster Reincarnation, that's a good card. I also have Monster Reborn, just in case someone gets rid of my Monster Reincarnation, let's say it's on the field or something. Polymerization, ready to sell that. Oh, this card. Well, it allows me to bring back a spell card from my graveyard. Really good card to have. I wish I had two of these because I'd be able to use that very effectively. Normally, I only use this to bring back, let's say, my Rottweiler fails and I'm still trying to do a fusion. I will bring back my Polymerization. It's just anything, like, because I know people are always trying to stop my fusions because people know I'm a huge fusion guy. Maybe not with this deck, but it's just always just in case. This right here, I'll use this for my Magician of Black Chaos to special summon him after I use Foolish Burial, simply because I do that so she can be more powerful. but I already told you that. Oh wow, this video's already 10 minutes long. People know my whole strategy by now, don't they? Card destruction and spark blaster. Alright, so basically that's my deck profile. I haven't done one of these ever, so I'm sorry if the video is long. But yeah, basically that's just my whole strategy to go along with it. It doesn't, I know this will not work for everything, but for local battles, it's pretty good to have. Just allows me to scroll, you know, just get through the games really fast, flow through the deck, shuffle the deck, just allows me to get through the whole game very, very fast, and that is an effective way at that. So, anyway guys, that's my first deck profile for my Dark Magician Girl deck, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.